Hi Libra, welcome to your year ahead forecast. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Tarot of Light. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love and support. This is a year ahead forecast, so love and other things are going to show up, just so you know. Right, so we had the Hermit, Judgment, and the Two of Pentacles show up just now. Just jump. All right, so we got Virgo here, we got Sagittarius, Cancer, or Scorpio, and we've got the balancing act with it. So this is reflecting and withdrawing to reflect and integrating that reflection and figuring out what your next steps are, what your best course of action is after that. Synthesizing information, coming full circle, rendering judgment, so to speak. Perhaps it's deciding how to handle a request for reconciliation or reunion, coming full circle, deciding what to do with after you've been apart, to think about some things. All right, Libra, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, that could be Taurus, the Devil, that could be Capricorn, Seven of Wands, Knight of Wands, so that could be Leo, Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, the Wheel, the Sun, that could be Leo, and Eight of Wands. All right, get the little ones here. Okay. All right, so we've got, wanting to leave something behind. This could be Capricorn, and this could be Capricorn. Doesn't mean you're dealing with one, just interesting that it shows up twice. All right. So what's been going on this past year that you've just been really, it's like been a slog. You're really trying to work through something, and you've covered ground on it to the point where you're like, all right, I now know what boundaries are. So this coming year, it's going to be all about establishing those boundaries and maintaining those boundaries. This is you still kind of not ready to go out and date or do all the things. You're more into preserving and taking care of yours and your own, and making sure that's fortified first. And right, I think what's important for you, for the Libras that I'm reading for, to recognize is that you have the power to erect boundaries, to maintain those boundaries, and to keep where it keeps you in and other things out, or vice versa. But this is all about you marking your territory and focusing on home and you and your needs and your family and those that depend on you. You're turning away from a toxic situation. It could be that you're leaving that behind, or that you just come full circle with thinking about, all right, what do I want to do differently? And this is about brighter days ahead right here, and it happening very quickly because you've done the groundwork in the past. So it doesn't look like your focus is going to be too much on moving and shaking and socializing and all of that. It looks like you're going to be firmly focused on family, on what you want to do with your newfound, I want to say solidarity, but it's not really, you're not really enjoining with anybody. It's like you're the figurehead of your little nucleus. So is that a family, or is that just you taking care of yourself? All right, let's look. What's this Devil card about? Was this an affair? Honestly, was this an affair? Because there's, okay, what's this Devil card about? All right, we got the Chariot. Okay, what's this Seven of Wands about? Ten of Swords. Okay, what's this Knight of Wands about? Two of Pentacles. Okay. All right, Libra. This is you taking a stand on, this is you getting assertive and taking a stand about what you want in a relationship. And if we're not doing this, then we're not doing this. But this is what I want moving forward. I'm not going to do it that way anymore, because that doesn't meet my needs. It meets your needs, but it doesn't meet my needs. What's this Queen of Pentacles about for Libra? Knight of Pentacles. Right here. All right, Libra, this is somebody you've probably had a very strong physical connection to, which is why things went the way they did, because there's that incredible chemistry there. But this is you needing, or not needing, this is you coming full circle and going, okay, I want things accompanied with that. Like, this means something to me, and we need to talk about that, because I've gone far enough and I want to know where you stand with this. And it feels like this is you dealing with someone that's dealing with someone else, and that you're like, okay, been there, done that, not doing that anymore. I want to know where this is headed. I don't want to keep doing the same thing that we've been doing. I want to move forward, not just keep kind of going round and round with what the dynamic was. So this is you putting down boundaries about what you will and won't accept in your romantic love life. With this person in particular, you've been dealing with someone and you're ready to walk into this new year with firm boundaries in place to the point where you're ready to let go of a love relationship until it can be under the parameters that you want, meaning that it can be reciprocal, that you can have someone exclusively. That's not to say that you're taking them away, but you've got somebody that is, their attention's divided here. And it could be that they're very actively involved still with someone else. This is not someone on the way out. This is someone that is still dealing with someone else actively, like they're in a relationship still, or they're going back and forth. Either you just found out, or you've had enough of being promised that, oh yeah, it was like you just found out that, oh hey, wasn't on its way out. Like you and I are a thing, and you and them are also a thing. So, what's this wheel about for the Two of Wands? Okay. So what's this Sun card about? Three of Swords. Good. I like that because that's wisdom applied right there. This is about you having been where you've been and being like, well, don't want to go through that again because that was not pretty. And we had the Hermit, we had Judgment before. Didn't we have that? I could have sworn it jumped in the beginning. And we had Two of Pentacles, and that is you deciding, I'm not going crazy, I know we had that jump, made it into the middle of or it was at the beginning before the cards were laid out. Anyway, that's you coming full circle and realizing, okay, not going to do this again. I don't want this kind of dynamic in a relationship again. I understand everything. Everything's illuminated. I'm better for this experience because I learned a lot, and I know now what I will and won't do, what I will and don't, or what I do and don't want, and what I'm going to do with that information. And that you're making decisions based on that, having been through it, and now you're wiser for it because there's a synthesis of that information. And it's almost like you've kind of been like, all right, I don't need to experience this again. So my options and future outlook looks differently now. I have a different outlook now for future because I now know what I do and don't want and what I will and won't accept. What's this? Whoopsie. There's that Hermit again. What's this Eight of Wands? That could be Virgo. What's this Eight of Wands about? Three of Cups. Okay. I like that because this is, you're going to not be interested in this person coming back anymore. Your focus will be on me. Your focus is going to be on the future. You're going to have processed this out, and you're going to come to a point where there's a point of no return. And sometimes we still try to negotiate that. But you're not going to be willing to settle for second best or being debated about. Not with the way you feel. You're like, no, don't insult me. This is for real for me, and if it's not for you, I'm wasting time, and you're wasting time. So this is you kind of not even waiting for the person to decide, just being like, I don't like where this is headed. I don't like the fact that there's a delay or that you want to think about things. So you're making the decision for the both of you and charting a new course and being open to new opportunities. You just basically changed the trajectory and opened yourself up. And it looks like there's going to be a few things coming in. Maybe more than you expected. Okay, all right. Now, let's do month by month for you. All right, Libra. Month by month for Libra. Month by month. I don't think this is about reconciliation. I think this is about, because you finally ended with that, you start dating, but you're not the one pursuing dates. It's like people are starting to come around and you're like, whoa, wait, what? Because you don't really want to be out there. You're kind of wanting to heal or be home or take a break, but you're still getting a few offers or still getting people that are interested in you. But this also is a year of, it didn't show up, but you kind of been through it this last year and you have a new outlook and you don't want to go there again. And that takes some time to adjust to. So this is an adjustment. This is a healing time also. And this is a time where you're going to keep going over and revisiting things and understanding and questioning and wanting to understand and wanting to see the whole picture for Libra. All right. Very Libra. Very just story. The Sun of Swords. Whoopsie. There's that Swords again. And there's that Sun. Page of Swords. Two of Swords. That's Six of Swords. By the World. This Two of Wands. Let me move that up here. September, King of Wands. That could be Sagittarius. Yeah. Leo, Libra. Death, that could be Scorpio. Two of Cups, Ace of Swords. Libra, first 4 months for Libra. First 4 months for... Trying to keep this... These are clocking in around 5 minutes, so we shall see. All right. Libra, first 4 months for Libra. Okay. The Hermit, there's that Hermit. The Virgo, first or second 4 months, second third for Libra, middle third for Libra. Ace of Pentacles, good. Right. Not really. And the last third of the year for Libra. Last third of the year for Libra. Last third of the year. The Hanged Man. Okay. I use that one. Okay, I'm going to use this one then. All right, let's go through month by month here. All right, so Justice in... Okay, are we talking about somebody receiving some news? Is this somebody starting divorce proceedings? Somebody deciding to take just and fair action? Is this an apology? What is this about? What's this justice for Libra and Ray? Okay. So things are as they should be. There is balance. There is karmic alignment with this Ace of Wands. Okay, what's this Sun card about? This is interesting. What's this Sun card about? Page of Wands. That's great. Tell me more about this Justice and Ace of Wands. What's that about? Ace of Wands. Okay, so is this you having met someone and then what is the Swords about? What is Swords about? Fool. All right, so we've ended it. What I don't get is why things end in March and you're like off on your own when we've got an offer, when we've got this new romance that feels right and you're into it and they're into it, and then you find out things are illuminated about an affair? Or what's this Page of Wands about? Worry for Libra. This is interesting because... Enough said. Hey, we got 2 of Cups there. So this is the Sun, Page of Wands, 2 of Cups. This is Justice, Knight of Cups. So you're off to a great start and then something ends very quickly. Are you talking again? Is this... Okay... Is this when you find out and that's why there's this who, or is this you reflecting on the good old days and still processing it? Because part of this is you processing, going into it's processing the last year, which is you having gone through it and really trying to understand the dynamics of this relationship that has had you kind of locked down and kind of, it wasn't the best for you, but there were certain parts of it that you really felt connected to, namely the physical. What's this Page of Swords? King of Cups. Okay, and this showed up in the last reading too. I think what this is I think you found out that they weren't, you're dealing with somebody that hasn't been on the up and up with you. I think you found out, and I think at first it was a deal breaker, and then you backpedaled and you started to negotiate because dang, the connection. It was quite something. And you're thinking, man, I don't think I'm going to find that with anybody else, the physical and the other. I mean, there were a lot of good things, but maybe there's the bargaining stage when you're grieving, right? So there's some of that in the first of the year, that grieving and the bargaining. And it looks like you might be talking, you go back and forth, and this is, so when the ending and you're like, that's it, here you are talking again. And you go back and forth between wanting to be the bigger person and have these emotionally mature conversations to feeling like I can't talk to this person, I need to cut myself off. This could be male or female, it doesn't matter who's, but trying to, it's like this bargaining and negotiating that you're doing and trying to get a handle on it because you still, there's a connection there for you. And so you're wanting to, especially when you're starting off the new year, you're wanting things to happen the right way. And this person might have even assured you that, okay, yeah, we're good, I'm straight, you and I can finally be together, things are as they should be, I've taken care of the issue over here, I'm sorry for all the confusion, let's start off the year with a bang, we're good, everything's good. And then you learn about something that causes you to end it with this person. Then there's a reconnection or you're starting to talk again, maybe follow them on their socials and you two are talking and trying to be the bigger person, fact-finding, listening, conversations are had, trying to be the bigger person, trying to approach this in an emotionally mature way. Be honest with yourself, Libra, and really what this is just not quite able to let go yet. You're just not able to let go yet. And then here's me in the second part of the year, and this is about Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning in security, or just really wanting that to take lead and focus here. Like you know what, I think focus needs to shift to being grounded and own security and own stability. So no more talking to this person. No more, this is me going, everybody needs to just back off so I can have my own time to think about things. This is not making any decisions, not making any effort or conversation with that person. What's this Two of Swords about for Libra? Okay, we're not talking anymore about your happily ever after. That's what you're saying to this person. We're not talking about that. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to make a decision. This is you saying, all right, I'm not strong enough yet to walk away, but I don't want to have to deal with this. I just don't want to have to make any decisions. I don't want to be besieged by how I feel. I just want everybody just leave me alone. I'm going to be thinking about some things. Focus is shifting to what you want. It's not about the romance so much anymore and all that. It's about the security and stability. Your eyes are now open about that. And you make an intuitive, not intuitive, but you, based on what you know and the reflection of what you've gone through, all of that, you're like, you know what? I need to get some distance from this and I need to move on from this situation. I thought about it. I thought things were a certain way. Then I found out new information and I'm having a lot of trouble letting go. But as time goes on, you find yourself being able to let go. And there's a definitive ending here by, what's this, Six of Swords? This is not an unfamiliar situation to you. You know who I'm talking about. For the Libras that I'm reading for this, you know who I'm talking about. You're already involved with them. You've been going back and forth with them, teen. This is not new. But they've managed to convince you that they've ended it and it's good. And then you're like, I don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to deal. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to wait anymore. That's not what I want. Focus shifts in the middle of the year to security, stability, a bright new outlook. Still dealing with kind of trying to let this person go. This is erecting boundaries, staying strong, focusing on moving forward and to less chaotic, less stressful time. This out of the way. Really wanting to detach and just accept what you can about the situation and not try to engage, because you get caught up if you engage again. What's this World card about? This is and then oops. There we go. This World card about for Libra. Nine of Pentacles. I was going to say, no, that's Ace. Nine of Pentacles. This is you getting you back. So right here is all about you coming full circle, realizing, you know what, I'm straight, I'm good, I processed this, I get it now, I'm wiser for it, putting me and myself first, self-esteem in check, and being not complete with it, but just understanding the whole picture. Being like, okay, I'm ready for the next phase. Karmic. Two of Wands about. Oh, here they come. Two of Wands. Okay, so and some shocking news. This feels like something out of the blue, like, oh, okay, what's going on here? I got some decisions to make. I don't think this is the person coming back in. What's this about? What's this two? I want to say pregnancy, but what's this Two of Wands about? That's been happening a lot. What's this Two of Wands about? This could be, it could be that you receive news that they really did officially break something off. And I don't mean to harp on this affair or whatnot, but they're just showing like this is a very singular, specific event here. Could be a lot of Libras dealing with it. I'm not just reading for one person, but anyway, so you find yourself making some decisions based on some information you hear, based on things changing, based on your new normal, based on just, all right, what's my decision going to be? This could be finding more out about your relationship. This could be them after this drought of conversation, but is it really? Because it's only been 3 months. Here they come again. Want to just kind of talk and everything's happy and you're in a really good place. And is this them coming back in, or is this you finding out some more news? Either way, you are firmly set on moving on. Stay close to your friends in the month of, because there could be some shocking news that you hear. It could be, this could be a job opportunity and everything's going great. You know what I mean? Like, holy cow, 2 offers came in. But it's something that you did not expect and you're making decisions based on that. And stay close to your friends. Stay close to your friends. What's this King of Wands for Libra? All right. Devil. Somebody coming back in, and guess who it is? Just saying, you have this, I say drought, because this is you Not talking and just deciding, leave me alone. I'm on good footing. I'm going, and here they come. Just saying, erect those boundaries. You need to have strong boundaries. Your focus is on yourself and security. And this is you realizing, I can't deal with somebody that I can't trust. I've got to let this go. This is twofold. This could be you having some very kingly energy here and being like, I'm going to move on from this. I am willing myself to one foot in front of the other, tackling all the things, keeping myself busy, doing all the things, and dealing with this issue. This could be actively dating, committing to none. This could also be here they come. And this is a physical relationship with no strings attached. Because you're fine here, and then we've got this shock out of the blue, and it's kind of making you like, oh gosh, what now? Keep your friends close. Could be dealing with this person again, and then we got another ending here. What's this death card about? It could be Scorpio, Capricorn, Sagittarius. What's this death card for Libra? Okay, final, right? What's this Two of Cups for Libra? That's Four of Pentacles. You can't see that, can you? Shucks. All right, what's this Two of Cups for Libra? What's this Ace of Swords for Libra? The Star, this could be Aquarius. What's this Ace of Swords? Three of Wands. So I'm interested in what's the turnaround here. Okay, so finding out some information, cutting things off, then backpedaling a little bit, being open, listening, communication online, that sort of thing. Then realizing, nope, this isn't me. I don't want this. Moving on. Everything's fine. Here they come again. It looks like you're dealing with them because it looks like they might be pretty persistent. And there's a connection and a draw there. And then we've got you firmly locking it down and being like, you know what? I tried it. This just isn't me. I can't go back. I have changed. There has been a transformation for me. I can't go back. I need to just shut this down, lock it down. You need to leave me alone. Things have changed. I've changed. I'm just not into it anymore. I don't want that. I want different. And I want different. This could be you starting to date online or finding people that you really connect with, a tribe or a community online. This is you now knowing what you want, realizing, you know what, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought that, you didn't think they were going to come back in. Here they come. And you're like, okay, I'll listen. And then you're kind of finding it uninteresting, or like, you know what, you're doing and saying the same things and it's just not having the same effect on me. I can't anymore. I just can't. I am shutting this down out of self-preservation. And are you meeting someone in here? Is this like finding someone that all of a sudden you're like, oh, hey, might take a while, but the glimmer of hope is there. The interest is there. Your focus shifts. And is this making plans for what to do with this person? Is this a lot of online communication? Is this dating online? And there's no major connection here. This is you kind of working through this whole relationship and kind of deciding that you're not really interested anymore. It's just you're kind of done. They have not changed. You have. And we've got you quite possibly online dating by the end of the year. But you're just doing it more for the social. You're not really into the whole relationship thing just yet. You're still figuring and processing what you want in a relationship. You're still kind of forming this idea in your head about what you want with connection. You don't want it to be this again. So there's that disconnect or that dissonance in between what once was and what you want here. How do I be the person that gets that? And so that's kind of what the last part of this year is about. And it starts with you letting go, because you can't control this. And that's when the breakthrough and the transformation starts to happen. And you start moving energetically towards that connection with somebody. You might find it online, but you're hopeful and optimistic for what you put out there, the energy that you're putting out there. So this is setting things in motion that you are going to reap the rewards for. It's like, it's like, well, wait, I want to see what I want. But I think the majority of this year is getting this fool out of your life, getting that situation. You don't want that. It wasn't for you. This is not somebody that valued you or your time. It was an incredible physical connection, but there was not the other stuff that is needed in a relationship. And you get through it. They come back around. I mean, we got the shock. They come back around and you're like, I'm just not into it anymore. And you shut it down and you start to do things that move you towards getting you what you want. And here you are, optimistic and happy. And we've got a lot of online stuff going on. I don't think this is shopping. I don't think this is you shopping, waiting for your packages to come. I think this is you really just being optimistic. I keep feeling like looking forward or being optimistic about maybe that's what this sun is for, is coming full circle and being like, I understand now, I get it, and now I know what I want, and I'm going to go after it. Ace of Swords, Three of Wands. Very cool. All right. What else for Libra? 20. Be playful. That feels like this right here. Because there's a shift after you get it. There's some kind of being grounded or understanding what the heck just happened. And you're like, oh, yeah, no, this doesn't have that hold on me it used to. Like that swagger and that whatever that she or he had that used to just get me. Not so much anymore. Like I realize I want more now. I want things that are going to last. Here, I'm just trying to prop this up. All right, what else for Libra? Let your intentions be known. I keep feeling like that's about this, setting boundaries. And you're figuring it out as you go, but you're no less assertive about it. Because you don't want to waste another year dealing with this situation where you don't get to be first. Not that you need to be first, front, and center, but you don't want to be second choice or no. Let your intentions be known. I also think that's what happens here energetically. I don't like that. Because you close out this cycle with this person once and for all, and then you're just like, whoa, the universe. You're letting it be known. Like, this is you realizing what you want. And it could be that you even meet someone that there's that glimmer of hope, and you're like, whoa. And you like your chances. If something happens in where the optimism kicks in, and you're just all of a sudden your outlook is really positive, and you're ready to get back out there, but not in the. It feels playful. It feels optimistic. It doesn't feel like you need this and you gotta. It just feels like, okay, I get it now. I get it, and it might not happen tomorrow. It might not. I understand, but energetically, I feel good, and I feel like I'm moving towards what I would want someday. And you're putting yourself out there energetically. And this is, in response to this is saying, okay, we hear you, we get it. We're going to start sending you people, sending you playmates. Okay, I did that one. Hold on a minute. Okay, yeah, this one. Be playful. Oh, I love that. I like that. Because you're not able to be here. It's kind of heavy. And it's like, it feels like you give them an inch and they kind of get back in there and you're like, no. Boundaries. I'm not doing this again. I know it doesn't feel the same. No. We're not doing this again. On the heels of me saying we're not doing this again, it's like somebody means business here. Yeah, this is the better part of this year is you figuring things out, taking decisive action. They're doing what works for them. Libra, it's time for you to do what's going to work for you. Let your intentions be known, act on them, be decisive, and set your intention and move towards it. The universe will respond in kind. You will be assisted, and they are going to respond with what you're putting out there. This is all about the energy that you put out and you manifesting. You being sent what energetically you are attracting. Interesting. Okay. What else for Libra? And you do need a break. You do need to lighten this load and cut away the riffraff here, the shenanigans. Libra. I don't have time for that. It served its purpose. The experience did. Now you're going to move forward. What else for Libra? And we've got the Six of Wands. Awesome. Six of Wands. Okay, so you're going to be relying on friends, a lot of social activities to move you forward, all while staying grounded and focusing on what matters most to you. But you got friends and family helping you move forward and keeping up the momentum, that optimism, that energetic engagement with life again, because this has kind of got you focused on just one scenario, one problem, one person. I don't know, this is you starting to branch out and be social again, relying on friends and family to get you through this rough patch of putting the final chapter, ending this with this person. This person is not going to be your happily ever after. I feel like they've been dating someone else all along, or they've never really left a situation when they might have led you to believe they had. So that needs to go to the wayside. And it looks like you find that out and realize, oh my gosh, I'm always going to be over here for you. I'm never going to be your main person. I don't want to be that. And that is that. So your friends and family are going to be helping you move forward. This is that optimism I kept feeling down here, that optimistic, victorious attitude. And this is you coming out of that. Out of this heartbreak, you're coming out victorious, and you're setting your intentions, putting it out there by the end of the year that I'm ready. There's a strong influence of friends and family. And I think that was in the last spread, with the focus being on home and stability for your home, friends and family, focusing on what matters the most and what grounds you, and getting back to that. And it's throughout here also that they're going to be pivotal in kind of buoying you and buffering you. And we've got self-esteem. This is all about you fortifying your self-esteem and choosing what is going to be solid, stable, and secure for you. Not waiting for someone else to decide or make you important, or being caught in the same loop because of certain things. Okay, all right, Libra. That is your money forecast. I hope it was helpful. And come on, of next year. But this is all important stuff, and it's not like you're just going to be dragging yourself around and upset and all that. It's a learning curve, and there's going to be plenty of support along the way, and you're going to get it. You're going to come full circle with this. So, all right. Again, I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Love and luck to you for this next new year, this money. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.